welcome 1 week more to Talking About Books. We will connect with Joaquín Artino's Reading Club, who will tell us about their book with a children's perspective about the relationship between literature and life. And finally, we're going to listen a poem.
Here how glass is made, or if you prefer how paper is made. Why is paper made? Ulysses asked surprisingly. Everything is made of something, said Nikos. I will show you then how the tiger made paper. One day, when the tiger was looking with his blue eyes and his black eyes had closed forever, he started walking around the cities and streets picking up old rags. He went to the gardens, took little tree barks and kept them in big bags. He carried and gathered the bags in front of a building with chimneys. In the facade there was a poster with big letters that said, Paper Factory. What does it mean? It means the place where paper is made. It comes from an old word that means made, as Grandad would say. What is paper made of? Is paper made of rags and waste? Asked Ulysses astonished. Yes, answered Nikos. And my trousers full of holes can become a notebook? Certainly, said Nikos, laughing.
The writer Alki Zei, who was born in Greece. She was exiled from her country several times because of the dictatorship. One of her books, The Tiger in the Shop Window, is a commitment to her country, and it was inspired by the island of Samos, where she spent her childhood. When did you publish your first novel?
My first novel, The Tiger in the Shop Window, was published in 1963.
What is the book about?
The main character, Melissa Ray. The main character is Melissa Ray. The story focuses on a family living on a Greek island whose members react in different ways after a fascist dictatorship is installed.
So, how does it affect to the characters?
Trailers and even the members of Melissa's families are divided. Some of them are for the dictatorship and others are against.
In the book, Melissa and her sister shows their feelings playing with the words. Could you explain why?
Playing with language is part of the life of the child, as other entertainments which are very important for the imagination.
I was taken away from my normal life. My family and I spent 4 days hidden in our house because we were just weak and we didn't want to be discovered by Nazis. But in the end, we were discovered and we take on in a concentration camp. Only my father survived there.
Christopher is a boy with Asperger's syndrome, and he lived with his father. One night, he discovered the body of his neighbor dog. Christopher decided to investigate the case, but it is very difficult for him to interpret the world. Christopher keeps a record of his experiences. His father discovered the book and he takes it. Christopher concludes that his mother is still alive, and his father has lied. Christopher decides to escape from home and his mother and will live with his mother.
This book is about a boy whose sister. Died in a terrorist attack when she was a child. This child lives with his father, who has generated a phobia towards Muslims. When he met a Muslim girl at school, he got confused. He likes his sister and doesn't understand why his father doesn't let him be with her. But he doesn't want to disappoint his father.
The Boy in the Street with Pyjamas is about a 10 years old boy, Bruno, who lives in Germany during the Second World War. His father is a soldier and is forced to move house, to go to live next to a concentration camp. There he meets a Jewish boy. He is 10 years old, too. They become friends. From that moment, Bruno begins to see what represents Nazism, both for those who were in favor of it, as for who were against it. He discovers that sometimes you must to choose between what is good for others or good for you. And sometimes, when you defend your principles or you don't share other people's principles, your life can be disrupted.
With Greek roots, which means people's demo, power, crazy, while a dictatorship reunites all the powers at a single person. So freedom's concept is inspired. The step from a democratic system to a dictatorial one leads to suppose the elimination of decisions power, freedom. Based on Machiavelli's work, the dictator will try to preserve his power at all costs. Censure and repression will take place in order to maintain it. This regime will try to encourage its acceptance by the use of tools such as education, indoctrination, and advertisement everywhere. Thoughts will be controlled, and social alienation will justify the status quo. For those people whose minds are stronger than the average, the government will restrain them with a huge amount of bureaucracy to be able to censure everything that threatens the regime, and a security detail unscrupulous.
It was very difficult because the book had to pass to different people who read it and they decide if the book was okay or not. It depended on what the book was about, and this happened in Spain too. For example, this book was known by other means, as it happened with Lazarillo de Tormes. In the 20th and 21st of century, we can find how some books are banned because reading makes people feel free.
At the school, Melissa meets Alexis, a poor boy but with a rich imagination. Soon, they become friends and Melissa's grandfather connects ideologically with the boy's father. What do you want to transmit with this relationship?
We should never lose the child innocence. They see easily everything and they don't care anything. My grandfather was wise. He always had a proper word for every situation. I think that he never stopped being a child.
Finally, which advice would you give to our viewers to encourage children to read?
We must tell children what is happening around us, but with a language that they understand. I think that teenagers and children's books must have these things.
Okay, great.
De Roma, porque en Roma hay una calle, en la calle hay una casa, en la casa hay una alcoba, en la alcoba hay una cama, en la cama hay una dama enamorada, que toma la llave, que deja la cama, que deja la alcoba, que deja la casa, que sale a la calle, que toma una espada, que corre en la noche, matando al que pasa, que vuelva a su calle, que vuelva a su casa, que suba a su alcoba, que entra en su cama, que esconde la llave, que esconda la espada, quedándose Roma, sin gente que pasa, sin muerte y sin noche, sin llave y sin...
Rome, because in Rome there's a street, in the street there's a house, in the house there's a bedroom, in the bedroom there's a bed, on the bed there's a lady in love, that takes the keys, that leaves the bed, that leaves the bedroom, that leaves the home, that goes out, that takes a sword, that runs in the night, that killing people going by, that returns to her street, that goes back to her home, that goes up to her bedroom, that goes into her bed, that hides the key, that hides the sword. Rome is left, without people going by, without death or night, without key or lady.
And thank you for staying with us. See you the next week. And remember, always have a book in your life. Afternoon. Welcome one week more to Talking About Books. Today we have
democracy is a word with Greek roots. Joder, no, espera.